Yesterday, 6th of September 2023, the Presidential Election Petition Court, PEPC, finally delivered its long-awaited judgments on petitions challenging the outcome of the presidential election held on 25th of February 2023. It is my intention as the presidential candidate and intention of Labour Party to challenge this judgment by way of appeal immediately as allowed by the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria.
All right, yes, that is a preamble of what you're about to hear right now. Yes, Peter Obi has spoken. He has come out to give hope to Nigerians. He has come out to give succor to the wailing voices of Nigerians. He has come out to tell Nigerians and obedience that they should be steadfast, that all hope is not lost. He has come out to tell people that are in Nigeria, that are craving for a new Nigeria, craving for a developmental governance, craving for a fast form of economic rejuvenation, that there is hope. All right, my name is Angelo. This is Nation's Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. Now, after the judgment of the tribunal headed by Justice Samani Simon Haruna and his colleagues, we have not heard from Peter Obi yet, although he was not in court. But he has come out because I think people must have spoken that, okay, he was not in court and they would like to hear from him, so that the obedience far away from him would like to, hold their hope steadfastly and see or put their hopes on a new level of of the fight, of the quest to reclaim the stolen mandate. And now he has come out to speak to all of Nigeria and to speak to the obedient family. All right, now next video that's going to come on your screen is Peter Gregory Obi. Of course, from his statements you would know that he smelled a rat. He knows that something has been done. He knows that there was, a manipulation. He knows that everything is not right with the judiciary. Hence, the reason why he said he is dissatisfied with the final result of the judgment, all right, or with the final judgment of the tribunal. So, he has directed his counsel to go forth and pursue the mandate to the Supreme Court. Yes. Next video on your screen is Peter Gregory Obi. Stay tuned and listen to the presidential candidate of the Labour Party.
Yesterday, 6th of September 2023, the Presidential Election Petition Court, PEPC, finally delivered its long-awaited judgments on petitions challenging the outcome of the presidential election held on 25th of February 2023. This judgment was delivered within the statutory time frame under the excellent status. We acknowledge the court's contributions to due process and seeming attempt to strengthen our democracy. As petitioners in this case, we respect the views and ruling of the court, but we disagree with the court's reasoning and conclusions in the judgment it delivered. It is my intention as the presidential candidate and intention of Labour Party to challenge this judgment by way of appeal immediately as allowed by the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. The PEPC has rendered its judgments, but that esteemed body is not the final arbiter. The responsibility now falls on the Supreme Court. I do know that the judgment is not conterminous with justice. I implore Nigerians to remain focused, steadfast, and peaceful, and to abide by the rule of law and understand this matter has not reached its logical conclusion. Our legal team has already received our firm instruction to file an appeal against the decision. I shall not relent in quest for justice, not necessarily for myself, but for our teeming supporters all over Nigeria, whose mandate to us at the post was regrettably truncated by INEC. The strength and value of our democracy reside on solid national institutions and our confidence in them. Electoral litigations will almost be unnecessary and non-existent if the Independent National Electoral Commission discharges its statutory functions creditably, transparently, and with tenable fairness. When that body fails, as it did recently, thus subverting the will of Nigerian voters, the recourse to judiciary becomes imperative, as is now the case. I thank every Nigerian who has supported our cause and campaign for a new Nigeria, characterized by fairness, equity, justice, rule of law, peace, prosperity, inclusiveness, sustainable growth and development. A new Nigeria is possible and achievable. I especially thank our legal team, the Labour Party and the Obedient family, and all those who showed up daily during our court trials. God bless you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
All right, yes, we don't need anything more than this. He has advised everybody to remain law-abiding, no quarrels, no brutal protests, and so on. That is an example of someone who knows governance. That is an example of someone who really knows how to bring a nation, a divided nation, together. That is an example of a leader who has tested the two sides of leadership and knows what is best for his country. Well, let's hope that the Supreme Court is not compromised too, and that the Supreme Court can give a ruling as regards to justice, because this is not justice. This is injustice. We can't continue to put our faith in the judiciary anymore. Thanks and kudos to Peter Gregory Obi for coming out at the right time to give a word of hope, succor, and a light at the end of the tunnel to all people in Nigeria and the Obedient family. Just with a lot of hope that we just hope that the Supreme Court will do the needful and not subvert justice, just like the judges in the Court of Appeal did yesterday. Next, I have a straight reaction. I told you that there are no people that will say where it pinches most, like the people in the streets. Hence the reason why people say Vox Populi, Vox Deo. The voice of people is the voice of God. That is why the election of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is being contested in court, because we don't think he was brought on board by the will of the people. That was not the will of the people. If it were the will of the people, then there would be no people to that the large number we've had protesting on the streets and saying these things they said in this video. If it were the will of the people, we would have a handful coming with placards to support Tinubu. We would have had the whole country coming to the tribunal to tell everybody involved, we don't want to hear any tribunal. Allow it, please, and leave Tinubu to become the president. That is what they would have done if his vote or if his victory was the people's will. But obviously his victory was not the people's will. I guess his victory was INEC's will. His victory was the will of Professor Mahmood Yakubu. His victory was the will of Barrister Festus Okoye and their cohorts. All right, yes, his will was their own will, not the will of the people, because this that happened yesterday in the Court of Appeal by the justices or by the judges led by Justice Haruna Samani Simon from Bauchi State. I'm very, very specific about his state, because when we don't talk about things like this, people think we can't talk or people are not outspoken. All right, his wife has been made a commissioner in Bauchi State. That should be what my next info will be on. I will pry eyes into that particular government and see what his wife is doing there. Why his wife was made a commissioner? Is she the only candidate to be made commissioner? Why must it be a wife of a judge of a Court of Appeal? All right, why not the wife of a commoner? That is that. So all these things need to be put in check, because these things happened within the short period of time that all these things were happening in the tribunal. So Justice Haruna Samani Simon and his four fellow judges have subverted justice, and they need really to be called to order. But obviously, this is Nigeria, where you can't call anybody to order. Next video coming on your screen is the reactions of people on the street, what they feel about the just concluded Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal at the Court of Appeal. Wow, their own feedbacks and remarks will wow you. You will feel so sorry for all of us and everybody resident in Nigeria. Oh, the streets have seen this, and this is not the end. We hope to fight this till the last. Stay tuned.
Nigeria, yes, sir. Big country for that matter. We see white, we call this is not white. Everybody is looking at this is white, and some people are saying no, this is not white, it's black. What happened yesterday marvels me. In short, I'm seeing shock by now. I have not recovered from the shock.
What are your expectations?
My expectation is that they will just say the truth and give Mr. President Peter Obi, go ahead.
They will come out Jagaban yesterday. That was your expectation?
Yes, of course, because we knew the truth. You know the truth, I know the truth. Even a little boy know the truth. I voted for Labour Party.
Concluded election tribunal is a mess.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. This is kind of making our judicial system a mess, a laughingstock throughout the whole world. How will you say somebody who has a criminal case, who has been convicted of a drug case that forfeited about 400 or something thousand US dollars? Let me go back to when I was a boy, when I was a child. They taught us in school that someone who has been convicted cannot contest election, cannot even vote to start with. Now, our judicial system now told us that the case has been longed, and besides, the US government did not give him a ban. That is not what we asked. Our constitution clearly states that who has been convicted can no longer contest. So he's not eligible. So our judicial system just made a mess out of themselves.
Will you say our judiciary system, a lot of Nigerians are saying they are compromised and
My brother, what else can I do now? Of course, I'm not satisfied with the judgment.
So what are your expectations?
I was expecting nothing less than at least cancellation of the election, because everybody in Nigeria knows it was fraudulent.
You were expecting rerun?
Yeah, rerun. That was the least I was expecting.
Or disqualification of Jagaban?
Yeah, well, as in at least rerun, because everybody knows that the result was fraudulent.
So you are disappointed?
Highly disappointed.
You said our judges are compromised?
Of course. Now,
telling our Tinubu don't enter city, nothing will make him come down there. So they don't do it, they don't do it. The tradition held yesterday now. They don't do what they want to do. Nothing will make him come. If not me, I sit as a governor, sitting governor. He say, go carry tribunal, come out. The money no there to pay. I go pay everything to
you're saying that money where
they don't work out, my brother, they don't work out.
So how do you feel now as a Nigerian?
We don't start now. I think our president, sitting president, said that he will start where his place was stopped. We don't start another hardship. My brother, if you want to go see where come out me, even though like Cameroon itself, I go like him. Nigeria, that military intervention. That one at the worst. I never want to die now. Yeah, welcome.
Tinubu say 9 ton, say na month.
So nobody feel come on Tinubu there, now they talk so.
Okay, they come out anybody for Nigeria. Anywhere you dey, na there you dey now. Na Rubit, ni let it go that they follow us the waka.
How do you
anywhere you dey, they Rubit you.
As the case ended yesterday, as a Nigerian.
I don't do as soon as they do na own thing now. Now what you na like now when they do now. Nobody they challenge you now. No na turn. Money they road.
They carry and give
Jagaba, because of the excess money.
Excess money.
So you buy the country.
So Jagaba pay the judges. Now they tell us.
You pay the judges.
They don't win again now.
They win again.
What are your expectations now? What do they expect now?
Well, that's by my own advert to that P2B to do.
The fight against Jagaban. How do you feel right now as a Nigerian?
Man, I feel bad though. I feel bad because you can see since that yesterday till now, I never no work for my place here. Everywhere they scatter.
So no joy now.
No joy. Palliative, we never see
the decision. Our PVC is nothing. It's earlier we know it that our PVC is no longer working in Nigeria.
So you are saying, are you saying, okay, the system is corrupt?
Yes.
People say our judiciary have been bought over. That they don't.
Yes, all said and done. That was the street there. The people on the streets. They know where these shoes pinch most. They know where all these problems are. All right. Lots of these people in the offices, in government offices, under air-conditioned offices and so on, seeing millions of naira month in, month out, don't know where the shoe pinches. It is people on the streets that know what is painful about governance. It is people on the street that knows what is shaky about the political system in Nigeria. Nigeria is heading for doom. I repeat, Nigeria is heading for doom. If we don't work for the actualization of a new Nigeria, for the realization of the ray of hope in Nigeria. I guess we might wake up one day and see no country that we live in. Because we may wake up one day and see that we are nowhere in Africa. We may wake up one day and see that we've been swept out of the map of Africa. The judiciary has brought it and has become an object of ridicule and has brought a ray of embarrassment, not just from Nigeria, but from the international community. How will other countries outside this place, or outside, how will other countries outside Nigeria, or outside the international community see us? How will they view Nigerians? How will they view the judicial system in Nigeria? What will they say about governance in Nigeria? What will they say about things that are happening in Nigeria? Will they say something that is good? Will they give excellent and optimistic remarks? I don't think so, because the judiciary has just soiled our names once more in the mud. Like our videos, share them. Don't forget to watch till the end. And if you're watching me for the first time, please subscribe to this channel and do well to also tap the notification bell so that you would always get updates anytime I drop a new one. Then finally, I would urge you, drop a comment for us in the comment section. We need all these comments, so you suggest and tell us what your view is on everything we're saying here. From us here, we're saying goodbye. See you next time.